The 26th edition of the Crew of Gemini Parade is now in the history books. And what a night it was. That's where we begin on this Saturday edition of KSLA News 12 Weekend at 10. Good evening, I'm Ferrell. In tonight's top story, KSLA News 12's Troy Washington takes us inside the celebration, enjoyed by thousands and thousands of people.
Coming up in your full forecast.
Nicole, thank you very much. Well, the Shreveport area has now celebrated Mardi Gras with parades for more than a quarter of a century. And although the parade themes change each year, the theme for police is always the same: public safety. KSLA News 12's Fred Childers reports on that part of the story. By the time you factor in the tens of thousands of people who line the parade route and all the money they spend, that's just part of the economic impact of the Crew of Gemini Parade. Throws like cups, doubloons, and beads mean big business for Shreveport-Bossier as well. KSLA News 12's Fred Childers breaks down the economic impact of parade season in our area. The average visitor who stays the night is estimated to spend more than $150. The average day tripper, as it's called, will spend about $36. In tonight's Crime Tracker report, an Arklatex teacher has pleaded not guilty to charges of stealing shotguns while he was the coach of the Ashdown School District's skeet shooting club. 41-year-old Terry Simmons faces 2 counts of theft of property. He's accused of selling or trading the guns at a local pawn shop. Simmons is on leave from the district. Meanwhile, Denmark's capital is on edge tonight after 2 shootings only hours apart. The latest on both attacks is coming up next. You're watching KSLA News 12 Weekend at 10.
KSLA News 12.
There has been a second shooting in the Danish capital of Copenhagen. It happened just hours after another deadly terror attack in the city. Police are warning citizens to stay off the streets.
Copenhagen.
The latest incident, Copenhagen police report that shots were fired near a synagogue early Sunday morning there. 1 person was shot in the head and 2 police officers were wounded. 1 suspected shooter fled on foot and is still at large. 10 hours earlier, a gunman stormed a building where a controversial cartoonist and his supporters were meeting. As Andy Rose reports tonight, the first attack killed 1 man and injured 3 police officers. A Valentine's Day storm is bringing snow and dangerously high winds to New England for the 4th time in less than a month. It's the latest blow to a region that's already seen more than 6 feet of snow in some areas. A blizzard warning is in effect for coastal areas from Connecticut to Maine through Monday morning, promising 8 to 14 inches in southern New England. In tonight's coverage on the economy, the state of Louisiana has been put on probation, and it came just hours after the governor tried to convince Moody's investors otherwise. Moody's pointed to a $1.6 billion projected deficit, a job growth below the national average, an unfunded liability pension system, and the declining price of oil. Kennedy says it's not rocket science. Moody's has given the state a playbook. He says it does not include slashing higher ed and health care to balance the books. Love is up in the air in New York tonight, and I mean way up. 100 couples married today on top of the Empire State Building. Valentine's Day is the only day of the year couples can exchange vows on top of the iconic building. For the first time as well, any couple with a New York State marriage license was able to sign up to marry on the 86th floor observatory. Usually, a contest is held, and just a handful of lovebirds are selected to wed atop the legendary skyscraper. So, love was in the air today. Talking about love, this guy loves sports. Rashad Johnson, he's in tonight for Matt Harris with a look at sports and college. Baseball is upon us.